Hi, this is Amy Jo. I'm the author of the Court of Atonement. I have some people that are asking me some unusual questions about how they could possibly use the Court of Atonement to maybe rid their house of rodents or pests or, work on things, you know, where the Court of Atonement is really written to work between people and conflicts, but it has the side effect of clearing up these things. We don't normally directly go after something like rodent infestation or things like that. What I want to kind of bring about here is the knowledge that what we have going on inside of us is what we're seeing outside. So when we find ourselves in a mouse infested house or, got ants coming in, the way to clear that up is to go after what it makes you feel like. So if you've got mice in the house or you've got ants in the house, what's the feeling? What's the sensation? It can feel dirty. So where in your life, you know, way back, stay in this lifetime. Don't give me that BS that this is past life bleed over. It only shows up from past life when you've effed it up this time. So try to just stay in the present life and say, where do I feel dirty? Where did something happen that I feel dirty and dirty with myself, really? So what is it that's made me feel dirty or made me feel pestered? Think about what the emotions are that come up when you feel yourself violated with a rodent or a mouse or ant and cockroach infestations. What goes on in your nervous system? What does it make you feel? What's that energy blooming around it? And so then you can say, okay, well, I feel dirty. And I remember that, when I was a child, I used to take money out of my parents' sock drawer. And I always felt dirty and ashamed about that. And so then you can say, oh, well, I placed myself, and you say your name now in a full court of atonement with myself, and you say your name then, including maybe even a nickname that they used to call you. So, like when I was a kid, they called me Little Amy. So now I'd put myself in as my full name now with Little Amy from back then. And I bring in maybe my parents, which is where I had that. And then you clear that one up. But then you say, okay, I'm going to sit with it a little more and say, okay, where did I feel, I feel ashamed of having rodents in my house. I would be embarrassed by having rodents in my house. If somebody came over, this would embarrass me. So you say, okay, where do I feel embarrassed about my past? What is it that's embarrassing? And you can go, ooh, oh yeah, there's a couple of things that come to mind that are embarrassing. So say I place myself now in a full court of atonement with myself then, anyone else that was involved, and I asked to clear that energy up and bring in positive energy of love and acceptance and appreciation. That was then, and I learned from it, and I know better now. And you try to bring that level up without touching too much on the embarrassing part, but use these emotions that come up from the state of beingness that you're in now. Life is a mirror. What you see outside is what's reflecting from inside of you, but we didn't understand that it's just an emotional reflection, not necessarily a physical reflection, but an emotional reflection. Is trying to find what is this emotion that's triggering all of this. So then it's the same thing with the illnesses. When you think about the illnesses, having this illness makes me feel vulnerable. Where in my life did I have vulnerability that's been unhealed? Put all that in a court of atonement. Okay, having this illness makes me feel unsteady and makes me feel insecure. So where's this insecurity coming from? On the inside. Just keep looking at that reflection. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What's going on emotionally? Call the courts of atonement there. The court of atonement isn't for, Archangel Michael to go running around catching rats, okay? It's about catching the rats inside of yourself and clearing that up. So, kind of keep this in mind when you're working with it. It's super easy. You don't need anybody's help. Just ask yourself, what is it that I feel? and go after the way you feel. I hope this helps you out. And join that Facebook group if you're not on it. People can share what's going on with them, and they give each other great feedback. I try to come on 2 or 3 days a week to give, at a pretty good amount of time, 2 or 3 days a week, and share. I can't come in and do it every day. I don't want to. It's gotten to be too much. But I am enjoying coming in and giving it in a way that a lot of people benefit at the exact same time. I try to give like an hour every day, but every 3 or 4 days, I'm giving a whole lot more chunk of time in there. So come on into the Facebook group. The booklets are available for $5 on thecourtofatonement.com. And in 15 minutes of reading, you'll understand what's going on here. So if you've stumbled on this thing, it's $5. I want to make this really affordable, easy to do, and try to get people healing themselves and healing their world, and therefore all of our world. Have a great day. Bye bye.